Welcome to episode 3 of the Student Seat podcast. I'm Reggie, and I'm going to be here with our 3 hosts. We have next to me, Owen.
Hello, my name is Owen.
Okay, next to him, we have Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Good to see you. And next to him, we have Imogen.
Hi, I'm Imogen.
Welcome everyone. This first section is going to be about our transition from school into college and helping everyone else's transition. So, does anyone have an anecdote they'd like to start with about their transition?
Yeah, well, we all started a little bit differently. Obviously, we've been here, us 3, have been here for 3 years. This is our 3rd year. But Imogen, you started in 6th form, didn't you?
Yeah, so...
Do you want to tell us a bit, what about 6th form? What
Yeah.
was it?
So I sort of didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I ended up doing A-levels at like a local sixth form that was only like 15 minutes from where I lived. It was like easy to get to, it was close. But after like being there for a year, I wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I was. So then I sort of decided that I wanted to do something else. And then I came to an open day and I ended up coming here.
How would you describe the difference between the two? What was it? How do they feel?
It was, well, my sixth form was a lot more like school than like being at college because it was part of like a secondary school. Because it was local to where I lived, whereas coming here it was like a lot further to travel, but you know, it was more like being at college.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the difference I find the biggest about school and college is in college you actually get treated.
Like an adult?
And like an
Yeah,
adult.
definitely.
At school it was a lot different, wasn't it? Because you're around a lot more rules.
When you come to college, it's more relaxed
Yeah.
because school makes everything a lot more bigger. I would say.
They make everything
So-
seem really important.
Yeah,
They definitely made GCSE seem like
too
you felt
important.
at the end of the world.
And then you come to college and it's like,
Still doing English.
it's like, oh yeah,
It's not that.
you
not
failed
that deep.
English.
Yep.
Take it again. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the main difference between college and school is you're genuinely doing what you want to do at college, whereas at school you got to do all the subjects, even if you don't want to do it. Like when I was at school, I was doing cooking, and now I'm doing media. It's like I don't want to be doing cooking as much as.
What's the best meal you cooked while you were there?
We made these Doritos wraps.
Doritos?
Yeah. Out of like
What flavour?
tortilla wraps and salted. I think I burnt mine and had someone else's. I just want to know what it tastes
That's
like.
horrific.
But yeah,
I made a lovely vegetable soup.
I made
it's
bread.
disgusting.
It's just water and vegetables.
Yeah, brilliant.
What'd you say, Ben?
I made some bread.
Some
It's the only thing
Anyway.
I remember.
Going back from school to college, so when you leave school, you need to be applying for the course that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did anyone apply for any more than one course?
No.
I don't know. I don't think I did.
I only applied for level 2 media.
Okay.
Well, no, that's a lie. I applied for level 3,
I applied for level 3.
and I lied about I was gonna get 5s on everything. I lied.
Yeah.
When I knew I wasn't.
Well, don't lie, guys. Don't be lying.
Don't tell anyone.
Well, I applied for level 3, and then I came to my enrolment, and they said, "You ain't got the GCSEs basically for level 3. We're going to put you on level 2." So that's basically what happened with me. But I think to start off with, if you go to open days, I know we've got one coming up in February next year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to your taster days, did you guys go to any taster days?
I went to the one in the summer. Like when you would come in and you would like, it was like for an experience. I came in. It was
was we in here?
No, it was in the dark room.
Oh right, I remember.
Yeah, because
doing
you
one in
applied
here.
for. You wanted to do photography. You didn't want to do media at first.
Yeah.
Oh, you applied for photography.
Yeah, that's one of the first things he told me.
Yeah, I applied for photography, and then I went to the enrolling,
Yeah.
and they went, photography's a level 3.
Yeah, you're off on
Do level
photography.
2
Yeah.
media and photography.
I get you.
I was like,
Well,
Yeah.
I went to a taster day, and if anyone's feeling nervous about a taster day, please don't. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm doing media, so it was like videography based, and I made a TikTok in the photography studio, and it was for an advert on Tesco own brand cornflakes.
that's what it was. No,
Yeah.
I painted my hands black.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I
remember
painted my
that.
hands black, and I refused to
remember
wash
that.
it off, and I walked home in the bright summer with black hands through town. I like pitch black hands from like the wrist onwards.
I didn't do
remember
any of that. That sounds fun.
Just off cam, Nikita's laughing her head off. I think she can remember. But yeah, no, I made a TikTok, and the taster day, it was really fun anyway. So get yourself to taster days.
It's very fun. You get people who know what they're talking about as well.
Yeah,
You know, it's not
yeah,
just
yeah.
random stuff.
Well, Ben, I'm going to ask you first. What was your biggest worry about coming to college?
Not knowing anyone
Not knowing everyone.
and not knowing like how the course will be like going
Yeah.
there and like
Well-
the people around me, because you know everyone's going to be coming from different schools. And
Yeah.
they've all had their different experiences at schools with different like friends being older or like younger than them. So everyone's like adapted to how their friends are really.
Yeah.
I think,
I had older friends at school.
yeah, I think that's the biggest.
You had older friends.
I had older friends. Yeah, I was
How
friends with
old?
like, people in. Well, I'll be like friends with people in like year 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the biggest worry when people come to college is the first thing is not knowing everyone. Because
Yeah.
when you leave school, not everyone wants to do the course you want to do. So it's like, is there going to be anyone in my class that I know? And again, I didn't know anyone when I came in. But you make friends, don't you?
Yeah.
I've met you.
It's a
Don't know.
confidence thing. You have to assert yourself. I did.
Yeah.
Sat right next to him.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I sat there.
He was sat there
one on one.
shy, didn't say a word. I was like, can I just sit there?
Yeah, but I think when it comes to
And now we're best friends, aren't we?
I think when it comes to speaking to people and getting to know people in your college on your course, I think it's just about getting in there. I don't think you got to worry too much about knowing people because I mean when we joined, we did icebreakers, didn't we? Can you remember?
Yeah.
We did the icebreaker thing, and that was cool. You know, you do get to know people. I won't worry too much about knowing friends. Did you have any
What about
worries?
you, Imogen? What was your perspective on your first day of photography?
Well, I didn't even know anyone that like came to the college, you know. So I literally went in with no one. I didn't know anyone, and on my first day, me and Skye met each other, and then I was fine after that. But yeah, I was really nervous because I didn't know anyone that was going to be at college or on the course or anything.
I'm wondering, because you said you did sixth form first and
Yeah.
then you came to college. When you decided to go to college instead, did you have any plans set up? Did you have anything you knew you wanted to do? And did they change when you went to college?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I knew that obviously it was a lot more academic doing A levels, and that I wanted to go down the photography route and like actually focus on doing more practical stuff. So I definitely was out shooting more and doing more photography based stuff since being at college, which has been better.
Anyone else have anything?
All right. So when I joined college, I was worried about how much work, like the workload and how much work you have to do. But compared to school, I'd say you do more. It's more intense and more strict at school than what it is here. Can you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
With all the subjects you have at school, you do like say 10 subjects. All of them are giving you homework. Here it's just you have one subject. And then your English and maths, but I think it's a lot less intense than what school was.
it only
As-
gets intense the further you go up.
Yeah.
So if you start from
Yeah.
level 2, you go to level 3. It's a big jump.
Yeah.
I think the nature of picking it makes it a lot less stressful as well.
Yeah.
A lot of you go to school is 10, you already said 10 subjects. A lot of them you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to do geography or history. And only until the end you get to pick. But here you're picking exactly what you want to do. So even though if you get loads of work, it's work that you want to do. It feels way less stressful.
Yeah. We'll talk about some advantages of college then compared to school.
Freedom. There's a lot
yeah.
more freedom.
So for a start, you get to wear what you want. So that's based on the
Amazing.
freedom.
Cafeteria, good food.
It's a lot different to school, but I think it is a lot better than what are you saying?
Nothing. Saying I like the food.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Right, let's start that little bit again.
Yeah.
Right.
Go on.
So I think when it comes to the differences between college and school, and the advantage side of it, you're a lot more free to do what you want to do. You're on your own course. You know, you can wear what clothes you want. You don't have to worry about getting your phone taken off you. Nothing like that. It's a lot more relaxed. It's more of a relaxed atmosphere than what it is in school, especially final weeks of school, your exams and stuff.
Yeah.
When I came, I loved college straight away, and there's a lot of people that worry about college and they dread it, and then when they get here, they love it. You know.
So when like the work, I would say I put it under like workload. When you do go into certain courses, you'll have like work experience. You will, and it helps you in the future, like branching out. You'll have those connections. For an example, Imogen at the beginning of our photography year, she works very close with a little clothing brand called Country Moose. Do you want to talk to us about how that helped you, like, with your style of photography and how that's going to help you in the future?
Yeah, so I sort of knew that I wanted to go into commercial photography, but like that was the first time that I'd actually worked properly for a client, and it
Sorry, he was tapping his leg and it was so
It
loud.
was so loud. It was so
I was
loud.
looking.
I heard it and I
Sorry.
stopped my leg.
I could like hear it in the
Yeah.
background.
Go on, carry on.
Yeah, so I started working for them in, I think it was January, wasn't it? Sort of just after Christmas, started doing work for them, and it was the first time that I'd started doing client work for a business, and we worked quite closely together, and it went really well. And then I kept working with them like for quite a few months, and then for my FMP, I worked with them as well.
Yeah, you ended up doing
And-
like 20 shoots.
Yeah, like 20 shoots. It was loads. It did loads of stuff for them. But yeah,
I do just think that's something that you don't get at school.
Yeah.
You work, you have so many clients. You're in the real world when you come to college, I think, when it comes to your work that you're interested in. For like media, we do work with like Grimsby Auditorium.
Which was great.
We do so much for like the business world. We'll film that, and it is just a lot better when it comes to who you speak to and your contacts, and not even just that. Like, I remember doing media at college, and it was more just no practical to it at all. It was more just you're on the computers all the time. You're making Word documents, PowerPoint, stuff like that. But when you get to college, you've got cameras, you've got gimbals, you've got loads of tripods, endless tripods. You've got light bars, you've got so much lighting equipment. So when you get, it's just a lot more advanced when you get to college for the course that you want to do. Same with photography, though. I'm sure. Did any of you two do photography in school?
I did.
And did you use?
I wouldn't even say it was photography. The teacher advertised photography. We took some pictures, but I just drew. I draw.
Yeah.
I took pictures of like trees and I would draw over them.
And yeah,
And
the course for tracing, eh?
Can't believe
Yeah.
it.
But when you get to college, it's more advanced, I think. But yeah, going back to the worrying side of it, for anyone that's worrying, what advice? I'm gonna ask you again, Ben. What advice can you give anybody worrying?
I would really just be yourself. Really.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself out there as like a almighty person because then people will get like the wrong like
Yeah. Impression.
impression of you.
Yeah.
You just want to be yourself. Like I was myself. I sat, didn't talk to anyone, and then Reggie came along.
Yeah.
And now look.
But yeah, you want to be very open.
Yeah.
You want to be very open to people. Try and put yourself out there, because if you just sit there on your own, it's
Yeah.
going to get very difficult and it's going to seem harder for you.
And it helps knowing some people, like for Imogen, you knew Skye.
Yeah.
And it helped a lot, like getting more like involved with like the class, getting to know more people. you
Yeah.
have. And it's helped a lot, it has, throughout the year.
Does
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you come to college, you do just have to be yourself, because when people don't be themselves, that's when things don't end up going to plan, and the staff do have to deal with it. And I mean, the staff are really good compared to what especially me, what I dealt with at school. I think the staff here are a lot more quick to deal with things. Even like with behaviour and stuff, I think it gets solved a lot quicker. Because it's like in school, if someone's misbehaving, they're still in your class every week, still got to deal with them every week. But here, it's like, that's it. You're not dealing with them as much. So when you come to college, it is, if you are willing to do the work, you will get the work done. There's no, he's distracting me, because it won't be like that,
Yeah.
And I think that is just the maturity of when you come to college.
I would say it's one of the best parts because it shows like people's true colours.
Yeah, yeah.
It shows who they actually are as a person. Because at school you have to be good, really.
Yeah.
You have to just put a little person on. Hi, I'm
Yeah,
Ben.
yeah.
I'm a nice little people.
So-
at college, you can just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come to college,
You
I
can say
think
nothing.
if there's any tips we can give someone for making friends at college, I do just think be yourself.
Put yourself out there.
Put
but
yourself out there. If just dive in with, do you know what I mean? Just dive into it. It's like,
Try to be friendly.
yeah, it's a good opportunity, I think, because you do meet a lot of new people and you do make a lot of new friends at college.
Yeah.
It is a very big opportunity to meet new people. But I'd say try not to worry as much as you can, because it's
It's the anticipation.
things can change very quick in a way that if things aren't going to plan, you can just sort of get it sorted. And if you are worrying too much, we have safeguarding you can go to. We've got a lot of people you can go see if things aren't going to plan. Even if you're not feeling comfortable on your course, you can change like that. It's just, there's a lot of things you can do if things don't go to plan. There's always people to talk to around college.
On that note, what was your first impressions of the college when you arrived on site?
I liked it when I first came here. Like, I think after the first week, I was already enjoying college more than I was being at sixth form. But yeah, I just sort of came in the class, and my bus got here late actually, didn't it? On the first day, I was like 10 minutes late into the lesson, and I didn't know where I was going. And then someone helped me, and I had to come into the class late and see you all for the first time.
College.
Ben, you went from media to photography.
I did.
So you've had a bit more difficulty when it comes to it. How did you prepare for the courses?
How I prepared was really in media, because before it was media and photography, so there was still photography elements, like there was assignments like recreating the recognizable. I chose the photography side of it. I did some like shoe brands. I did Vans. That helped me with like I'll help with like commercial, knowing what I like to do. And then I did like for the final major project, it was music related. I did album covers. You could say they were album covers.
Yeah.
More like self-portraits or landscapes.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah.
And after that, I wanted to do photography from the start, but it more settled in towards the end, and then I was allowed to go on to level 3, and I'm happy where I am.
Imogen, you obviously came from sixth form as well. Would you say it was any different? Was there any other difficulties in it?
It was definitely better that like I could just focus on doing photography and just do that and not have to worry about doing other subjects. But like I'd done a lot of shooting like outside of college anyway, so I came into it already having experience. So yeah, I think you have to be passionate about it though. Like if you're going out and taking photos, it's easier coming into the course. And
Owen, how did you prepare for the transition between school and college?
Well, when I left school, I wanted to be a radio host, but that obviously, I don't think that's going to plan. But I joined on to media level 2. I also wanted to do a bit of photography as well. So at the time, there wasn't a photography level 2 option, but now there is. So I think if it was now, I would have easily gone on to photography. But since I've got onto media, I've definitely found the passion for media instead. So I joined on to media level 2. That was my first course that I've done here. I think it's more mindset that you've got to work on, and it is just preparing yourself to meet all them new people, if that makes sense. Obviously with school, it's like you've known each other for 5 years and it's everyone. So I kind of expected to still be friends with people that I was from school, but that didn't happen. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen in everyone's case, because it does in some cases, but that didn't happen for me. I had to meet brand new people.
Did you find that difficult?
Yeah, a little bit, but then again, I am kind of like a more outgoing person, so I think finding friends for me is just not that much of a big problem, but I do understand how people can still worry about that. But the worries that I had coming to college, it was mainly about, one of my biggest worries was getting lost, because the place was that big. I thought, I'm going to get lost everywhere. And the first week you do sort of get lost, but it's more funny that you get lost, because the tutors understand, because they get it every single year. So getting lost was one of my worries, but you do get used to that.
Eventually that does become much, much less of an issue though, because you've only got 5 or so rooms to go into.
I think after like the first week and a half, you know where you're going.
I mean, when we joined, I don't know if you can remember, but we had a tour of the college. James,
we did,
I think James gave us a tour of the college, didn't he? I think I'm sure it was James.
I think so.
And then we got put on a task, and it was
go around the college.
I think it was a competition task, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was go around the college. It would be in groups, and you would take pictures of yourself in the group.
That was
the
the first
location
one.
of the college.
That was the first one.
I remember because one of them was the shop.
Yeah.
And my group went out to the shop outside of the college, off grounds. And we
Well,
came
I'll
back.
offer it, because I left college with the cameras.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't cameras. We didn't have cameras. It was on our phones.
Was it?
Yeah, and he was
Oh,
like,
right.
just email it.
Yeah.
Ben, you mentioned composition. Would you like to talk about the level 2 photography course that they have now?
I say level 2 photography course is more like I still put it in the bracket of level 3, but it's more easier for like understanding of how it is, because the difference between level 3 and level 2 is such a big jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From level 3 you work with clients, in level 2 you more get like the basics of cameras. You would.
That was it for our first segment on school to college life. Next, we're going to have Imogen interviewing Skye about her time on level 3 photography. Ben and Owen, they're not going to be here for the next section. So would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye, guys.
See you later. Hopefully
Goodbye.
It's nice having
they'll
you
let
two.
me back on.
We'll see you in a
Bye
minute.
then, goodbye.
Hello and welcome to the new edition of the podcast, the student discussion. I will be interviewing level 3 photographer Skye on her experiences on the course. So how long have you been doing photography for, and how did you start doing it?
Around 4 years ago, I convinced my dad to buy me a camera. It took about a month to convince him for Christmas, and he's fuming for ages. And then I started taking pictures of my nan's donkey. He's absolutely horrible. They were awful. He's got bright orange eyes. It looks really quite shocking actually. And that was sort of how I just started, because during lockdown I got really bored, obviously. And
Yeah.
that's where I just sort of went, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what is your favourite genre of photography?
Equine photography, and mainly I got into that through shooting my pony Flicker, and she's quite photogenic surprisingly, because she kind of she's a bit, yeah.
So what have you been shooting recently?
Mainly just the horses and the dogs, but we got a new one, Billy, and he's not very photogenic. He's really not. Every picture I get, his ears are flat back. He looks fuming. It's like, do you know when you come in the morning and you haven't had your cup of tea? It's just
Yeah.
like that. It's like, whoa, okay, calm down. But yeah, he's just he's not there yet. He's just a bit grumpy.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite lens that you use when shooting the horses?
At the minute, it's a 50mm,
Yeah.
just because I prefer portraits to, sorry, I prefer portraits to actually I can't think of the words now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just prefer portraits at the minute.
Is that what you want to do then? Keep doing horse
Yeah, I think
portraits
so.
and animal sort of stuff?
Yeah, mainly just horses and dogs though.
Yeah. What are you planning on doing after you finish college?
Going into freelance photography, just as I sort of working my own hours, because I'm a bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
What sort of freelance stuff do you want to do?
Mainly just oh god, just portraits. I don't know how to explain it.
I've seen that you've got a dog.
Yeah, that's Izzy. We've had her. She's a 14 now, so she's really greying out. She has no teeth, so every photo you get, her tongue's sticking out, and she's absolutely, in the politest way, she's disgusting. She's so old, and her breath is so bad. She tried to take photos, and you're like, get back. You just see all this spit out her mouth. It's like, no, get away. It's absolutely awful trying to edit it. It's just,
Yeah.
honestly. My mum's dog, she's got this really bad underbite. It's underbite where it's it's so bad. You see her teeth sticking out over her hair. It's so bad.
Do you do a lot of pet photography then?
Yeah, that's what I sort of prefer doing, especially in comparison to portraits, especially in the studio. I don't really like the studio.
Yeah.
It's not really. Yeah.
Yeah, so some of your dogs are older, so how do you photograph them in a more photogenic way?
I mainly bride them with ham and just hold it really high, so she sort of just puts her tongue back. Because, you hold ham really high above her. The
Yeah.
only thing is you can see yourself in her eyes. It's a bit oh. Sorry. She just hold it really high, and she just sort of looks a little bit more photogenic sometimes. And then with Dutch, the underbite dog, you just sort of hope that she doesn't go barking at someone. She's a little bit aggressive, not all the time. She's a bit of anxiety. She didn't really like my neighbour. My neighbour came out as I was shooting. She started barking her head off. It's very embarrassing. It's very, very embarrassing. But yeah, it's usually Ava, my lab. She's a very photogenic one. She's the icon for that. Just whatever you want to do, she's there for it. And the other two are just... They're just not on the more photogenic side. It took a lot of bribing. I went for a whole pack of ham.
Wow.
I know. I was like, oh god, no. Izzy went in looking huge. Looked like she had about 20 puppies in there.
Oh my god.
It was so bad.
So do you only really take photos of your own pets, or do you do other people's as well?
Over summer, I did a few of my friends' horses and dogs. I did my friend Izzy's pony Lenny, and he's he's very like sweet, but he's very food orientated. So if you've got food, he'll like get right up in the lens. He like breathed all over my lens. I was like, "You're joking," and it took ages because he was trying to wipe it without doing anything. I was like, "Oh no," that was quite a good. Yeah, she really liked those. Well, just skip conversations, but yeah, that was. Yeah.
Thanks, Skye, for joining us on the student discussion. Next, we'll be talking about all things Christmas with Elle and Pam.
Hello and welcome back to the Student Seat podcast. I'm here with my co-host Jaydon.
Hello.
And my two special guests, Elle and Pam.
Hello.
Where today we're going to be talking about Christmas. And we'll just get straight into it. So, would you like to introduce yourselves properly?
I'm Elle. I'm the lead technician for FE and HE Arts and Media. So basically what the technicians do is all the behind the scenes stuff that you don't see, health and safety, and of course all the fun stuff like all the events planning. I'll pass you over to Pam.
I'm Pam. I'm a ceramics technician and I teach ceramics, so a bit of both really. And I'm also the print technician, so anybody doing screen printing or etching, we're there for you to do anything like that, from T-shirts to fine art prints. We do all the things for the students.
Okay. Yeah. So what kind of Christmas things are going on around here?
So every single year we have the Christmas Makers Market. So this year it's Friday the 6th of December, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. in the Corner Lounge, which is in the University Centre. Free entry. We've got loads and loads of small stalls from local makers. I'll pass Pam on because she teaches a lot of the students in ceramics who have got stalls in the Christmas market.
Yeah, it's really good environment because it gets small businesses together. Some of the learners are actually starting their own businesses. So not only do we encourage them, to make things, but we're also encouraging them to start a business, to promote that business, and we're doing it all within the college environment.
Okay.
So we've got loads of different stalls, from candle makers to, needle workers to ceramics, you name it, we've got it there, and it's fantastic.
We always say as well, if you want to come along, bring cash because, as we say, cringe, but cash is king.
Okay.
All these small businesses don't need to pay all the expenses on the card machines.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have card machines either because they're just starting out.
Yeah.
So by bringing cash, it will really help the small businesses make a bit of money and do what they love to do, because a lot of them don't want to stay in their day-to-day jobs. They want to progress into making this a full-time business for themselves. So that would be really helpful if people can bring cash.
Sounds great. Remind me, where is that again?
University Centre in the Corner Lounge, Friday the 6th of December, 10 till 2.
Sounds great. Get yourself down there. Now, we have got you some lovely questions that we'd like to ask you. First up, do you have any unusual Christmas traditions? Anything at all?
Oh.
Well, every Christmas morning, I do a Christmas park run. I don't know whether people do the park run. It's a 5K, completely free race. You can walk it, you can walk your dog, walk your ferret, whatever. I have taken my pet ferret before.
You got a pet ferret?
Yeah. Daphne goes, yeah. She gets her little jumper on.
Ah.
Usually people dress up with hats and tops and things. But that's the local one for me. I'm Cleethorpes is the country park, and that is completely free. And just so the starts the day 9 o'clock. Just do a 5K with a load of other people dressed up like reindeers, or taking the pet ferret or the dog or the.
Sounds fun.
I've never seen a cat, but anyway, anything you take it.
I should do that. Get rid of some of this weight. You want to ask anything, Jaydon?
What is your favourite part about the lead up to Christmas as well?
I absolutely just love just seeing all my friends and family. It's so nice. It's such a period of downtime, I think, because I think the whole sort of country goes in. I know everyone's busy doing Christmas shopping and the food shopping, but everyone seems to just go, it's Christmas, we're going to relax, we're going to take time out, we're going to spend time with people we love. I just think it's lovely. It's, just a period of downtime, really.
It's also, you get, sometimes the traditions come out that on your Christmas trees you dig out like little baubles that say some of your family's made over the years, or some that you've got from like grandparents.
Yeah.
It's just like familiar friends that come out the loft each
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's quite lovely as well.
Yeah. I know I have 2 Christmases personally. It's very, very fun. I see lots and lots of family all across the country. I don't get many gifts.
Why do you have 2? Why do I not have to?
I need that.
Far apart parents.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fun.
So it's very fun. It's not great going back down.
Yeah,
Gotta see them. Ugh. They're not great.
I hope they're not watching this podcast.
I hope they're not either. I love you all. You're all great.
You're going to get an angry text message after this, honestly.
No
My
presents
nan's not
for
going to
you.
be happy. You make great Christmas cake. I promise. What would you tell me is the worst gift you've ever gotten?
Oh, I can easily
The
say that
worst.
straight away. Household hints book from my husband. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah, what a thing. Household
Oh dear.
hints. I'm not, is that hinting that I'm not very good in the household? But yeah, not a good thing. And some secateurs, but I've actually got over that now.
Was
I like
he smirking
secateurs.
when he gave it to you?
No. Deadly
What,
serious.
deadpan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, bad
You
stuff.
messed up somewhere in the house.
Yeah, I did really. Always.
What, you El?
I honestly, I'm trying to think, and I'm not just saying this out of being nice. I don't think I've ever had a present where I've actively disliked it.
You've got. Come on.
I've-
Some
I'm
socks
thinking
that are
of
a bit
all-
too small.
No, honestly, you always get the little presents like a diary or whatever, and go, oh, I've already got 3 of them, or
Yeah.
someone's already bought me one today, but they're coming useful somehow.
Yeah. It's more paper.
Honestly, for me, it's just getting like duplicates of like the same thing, really. Like I've gotten the same like sweater twice now. It's honestly a pain.
It's got to be clothes for me every time. I can't with clothes.
Do you like clothes?
I like having clothes.
Or is it the fact that someone else is picking your
Yeah.
clothes?
Yeah.
Perhaps not
yeah.
your
They
choice.
don't know what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get something like game, eat, sleep, repeat.
Oh,
I'm not
so-
wearing that out in
Well,
public.
that says a lot about you then, Reggie.
'Cause
Maybe
straight
you
in the
need to
box.
change something.
Straight a box in the back of the room. I don't touch it. I
Oh,
wear it inside out. The back looks nice.
pajamas.
Yeah. Although for me, opening Christmas presents is the best part of the day for me. You wake up in the morning, loads of free stuff. You get to open it. What's your favourite part? Come on.
I love the presents.
It
I
is
love
fun.
all of it. I'm a bit of a crier on Christmas Day. When it gets to the end of
Crier?
the day, I always cry, and I always cry on New Year's Eve. I don't know what it is. Every year I cry. I think it's a build up of all the festivities over the month,
Yeah.
and then it seems to just end very quickly. But I really like the Christmas dinner. Obviously, who
Oh,
doesn't?
best bit.
I adore Christmas
Yeah.
dinner.
I do. I will say, I love a Toblerone. I think that actually might be the favourite part of my Christmas day.
I've never had a Toblerone.
You've never had a Toblerone.
Neither.
Change that now. Oh my gosh, both of you.
No,
Never
had
touched
one.
it.
You need a Toblerone in your
Way
life.
too expensive. You've seen them.
I get it, but
I
we'll
could-
have
the money
another
I could
conversation
spend-
later on, Reggie.
Yeah,
'cause
about this time of year, you can get boxes of mixed Toblerones individually
No,
wrapped.
no.
I
'Cause the money you could spend on that, you could be spending on so much other chocolate
No.
or
Oh
sweets.
no, but then you can use all the
Celebrations.
wrappers and
Yeah,
make little
celebrations.
ornaments.
How many you get in a celebrations box or a heroes?
Yeah, but they're full of bounties nowadays.
Yeah.
Bounties are
Them.
rank. They are
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah,
But I'd rather get a bunch of them with all those sweets than a Toblerone. One Toblerone.
No, it'll change your life. Just invest, just once, then
Just
you can say you've
once.
tried it.
We got a weird question here for you.
Go ahead.
Now, I think they should be on a Christmas dinner. I don't know why this is here. Do you believe they should be on a Christmas dinner, Jaydon?
What?
The Yorkshire puddings.
Oh,
definitely.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
we've got a strange question here. Don't know who it's from, but apparently some people don't like Yorkshire puddings on their Christmas dinner.
Right.
Oh, always
If
got
there
them
was
on.
no Yorkshire pudding on my Christmas dinner, I think I'd be saying something to my mum.
I'd be asking
I
if
really
something's
would.
up. I'd be asking if something went wrong in the kitchen. Did something burn? Because how have you done that? That's like messing up the gravy.
Oh no, you need Yorkshire
multiple
puddings.
multiple Yorkshire puddings.
As many as you can eat.
Yeah.
I'm going back for seconds. If I can see more
Yeah.
in the pan, I'm grabbing. Although I think that's just me being a bit
My
bigger.
mum literally, I know everyone does on Christmas Day, but my mum is an overfeeder as it is. But on Christmas Day, blooming heck, she does Mount Everest of food. I cannot go in for seconds. I'm one of those girls that clear my plate up. Christmas Day, I can't do it. I literally cannot do it. If I could, I would, but I can't go back for second Yorkshire puddings.
For
Or
me-
they got given to the dog.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's handy having pets. Pets
They
at Christmas.
They'll hoover it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for my my mum, she's a massive one. Overfeeder, fills up the plate, loads of food. The next month we're sorted with leftovers. There's loads to eat. I go up to my dad's, nothing. It's like World War II. I'm being rationed.
mums aren't mums if they don't overfeed you.
From what I know, I think his girlfriend and her mum, they do the cooking. There's about 6 people in the house, so you get like 1 slice of gammon,
Oh, no.
couple potatoes.
Oh.
You'll be lucky if you get gravy.
Oh, no.
I can see why you don't want to go downstairs.
Yeah, it's awful. And I'm from there. I love the South. And I'm getting this little plate of food like I'm back in school or something.
Oh dear.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Do you like Christmas crackers? What's your opinion on that? We hear some people say they don't like Christmas crackers.
Oh, this year they've got a treat.
You've got good ones.
Yeah, I
this
have.
year,
I've bought some rather fancy ones that 'cause
you
I'm
got-
trying to be sustainable.
Okay.
But they're actually little wooden jigsaw puzzles.
Little jig. That sounds fun.
Yeah, so whether
They're
we'll all
pretty as
sit
well.
and like make those and the dinner will get cold and then I'll be like really fed up. But hopefully not. Hopefully we'll save them for after. But yeah, that's the luxury Christmas cracker this year.
They are pretty. My mum used to buy them years ago, but I feel like it's just one of those things where, I mean, if you go for the ones like Pam's got, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we'll swap them. You're not allowed to take them home. You can make them, but you're not taking them
My
home.
mum, I think when we're down south, they do that. They've got boxes and boxes of these crackers.
Yeah.
You can't take any. No, they're for next Christmas. Don't touch
No, I
them.
am joking, they can. Last year, actually, I ordered off Etsy some crocheted little crowns, you know, thinking,
you did, didn't you?
Yeah, they weren't good. They were massive. Then it fell round your neck.
If it's not a paper crown, what's the point?
I know.
It needs to be cheap.
Part of the nostalgia.
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Because then I usually put it on the dog and she runs around the house trying to take it off. And we all, that's part of it as well.
On Christmas crackers, actually, which do you prefer in your Christmas crackers? Do you prefer a nice joke that everyone's heard 1,000 times or a poem? Because I've heard there are some people, fancy people, who buy poems in their Christmas
Oh, no.
crackers.
Never
Gotta
ever
be a
heard
joke.
of that. It's got to be a joke, but it's got to be a dad joke.
It has to be
It's got to
awful.
be a really,
Yeah.
really bad dad joke.
It needs to make me groan,
Yeah.
sit there wondering why
Oh,
you did
God.
this. Not that one again.
Definitely.
Do you have a real or fake Christmas tree?
I have a fake. If I lived in a big stately home, I would absolutely have a real.
I'd love a real tree.
Yeah, mine's
Just
Save on
hassle,
putting it
isn't
out.
it?
Yeah.
comes out the loft each year. I did have
Yeah.
a real tree once in a pot, but loads of bugs erupted off it. Yeah, so it was like a house full of bugs. Yeah, sadly. But it
We've
did
got
survive.
a fake one that has lasted us years, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I've got all the
yeah.
fiber optic. Is it fiber optic?
Fibre
Little,
optic?
yeah, the little lights that come out the end of the branches.
No.
No.
No, we got the proper budget fake Christmas tree. We're trying to set up all the leaves and it's scratching my hand. as
Oh,
I'm doing
okay.
Budget, yeah. When it's Christmas,
Yeah.
obviously you've got your whole family there. You know, everyone's there, all the kids. They're always doing little performances. You always got some kid who comes in and goes, "Oh, mum, look at this! I can do a backflip or a handstand or something." You know, it's awful, and they trip and fall on the TV. But you're a performing arts. I think they've got a performance, haven't they? That you can
Performing
talk about?
arts, yeah. So our wonderful performing arts cohorts are performing Aladdin this year. We have a pantomime every single year. This year they are on the 17th and 18th of December. The performances are at 1 and 7 p.m. Anyone can sign up for a free ticket. All you need to do is email boxoffice@grimsby.ac.uk. Yeah, they're completely free. So the more people, the better, because we've got 4 performances and they'd love to see you there. It supports them. It's good for their confidence. So, and they actually work really blooming hard on it for a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of rehearsals, all the backstage stuff that you don't see, all the preparation of the props, the sets, the costume. Yeah, big shout out as well to the techies, Matt and Stu.
Yeah.
Brilliant. They work really hard on it.
Matt,
So-
Stu, you got your shout out. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about them? Anything
Matt and
nice?
Stu.
No, about the pantomime.
Okay.
Anything nice?
I think I've said enough.
Okay.
I've said enough. Like, that's
So-
the information needed. Yeah, I'll just repeat it. 17th and 18th of December. 2 performances on both of the days, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Email boxoffice@grimsby.ac.uk for a free ticket, or as many free tickets as you want, within reason. Don't be greedy.
I'll get my whole family down up
Yeah.
from the south.
Yeah.
It
My
is-
nan can come see it. She'll bring a cake.
oh, nice. I'll have the cake.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice treat.
She makes great cake. If you.
Bless.
So yeah, pantomime. Where is it again? You got the pantomime at
The Art School Theatre.
Art School Theatre. Go check that out if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I do have to ask you though, a very important question, deep question. Everyone wonders this. Happens at every Christmas day at every family. What game do you play? Are you a Monopoly family? So I tell you, my family down south, they both love and hate it. It is warfare when they get out the games?
No, not really Monopoly. My mum bought that. Is it called Speak Out, where you have to put that weird thing in your teeth and you have to talk through your teeth? Like, if you've not seen
think
it,
I've seen
Google
that.
it.
It's like-
Yeah, I
It's
think I've
funny.
seen something with
We
that.
always get that out every year, and it makes us laugh, especially when like you got your grandparents that have got false teeth and things like that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
That sounds, yeah. No, we have Monopoly, and it is awful. I hate that game.
It's
I hate it.
competitive.
It
My
It's
brother,
goes on,
my
doesn't
brother
it?
buys Park Lane and the other one Mayfair, and I just
Yeah.
run up a massive IOU. He has a list. He has actually a list of how much I owe him. So no, in our house it's bingo, and everybody wins shower caps and really awful things, and like face
That's
packs.
so much better.
I'd almost say it ruins the day for me, but
Yeah, I'm
because I quit early, I look at it and I go, I'm not getting any more money from this. I'm losing. I'm giving up. I give up.
Yeah.
And then I go auction, the best rule in the game. Everyone now has to fight over all your stuff. I'll pay 50 for that. I'll pay 100 for that. It's amazing. And then I get to watch with a bit of a leftover Christmas dinner where I can get from the rations.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. I'm going to ask you one final question. He mentioned it. What kind of Jaydon mentioned it? What kind of Christmas films do you watch? Which ones do you watch? What's your favourites? Because I know we've got Home Alone 2, Arthur Christmas, Elf, maybe Santa Claus.
I'm going to put it out there. I'm not a film person. I'm a Christmas special person.
Okay.
Royal
okay.
Family Christmas specials.
Right.
I'll
Not
watch
even-
them any
Not
time
even
of
Christmas
year.
Carol.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I'm not. I like The Grinch and I like Home Alone, but
Okay.
Royal Family Christmas specials, they have my heart. That's
Right.
fine. I will watch them all year round.
Yeah, I like the Wallace and Gromit sort of
Oh, that
series.
sounds good, yeah.
I like watching all those back to back.
We get the Muppets Christmas Carol. The
Oh
best
no,
one.
that is good.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
It's
yeah.
amazing. It's the best version of that movie.
Yeah.
And it's real fun. But I think we're gonna wrap that up now. For now, that is the Student Seat podcast. That was the Christmas section. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and a big thank you to Pam and Elle for coming in and being our guest speakers today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
It's great having you. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram for our future episodes. Which one is it?